me keep the class. Okay, I will just check, always check the group, in touch with group, so that you can know what message I'm sending. Okay, if I'm keeping the class, definitely I will send you the message, because Tuesday, due to some reason, I was out, I was not able to conduct the class. Okay, so if I
Yes,
get
ma'am.
time, definitely I will take the class Saturday. Let's see. Yeah, fine. So whatever sum I taught you, like in accounting equation, you have practiced those sums once again.
Yes, ma'am. Both of the sums I have done once.
So you are able to do it yourself without taking the help. Like you are understanding each and every equation and doing the sum.
Yes, ma'am. As of now, it's understandable.
As of now only I'm asking, because after whenever I will teach something new, then if you don't understand, you can ask me. Okay, dear, fine. Just a moment.
Ma'am,
Tell.
actually, right now I'm out of station, so there might be some internet issues from time to time.
Okay, okay, okay. Where are you, dear? You are doing the shifting work and all, huh?
Yes, ma'am. My parents, we're
Mm-hmm.
in TLDP3 right now, Ramdi.
Okay,
So my mother went to Siliguri to check all the house and school stuff.
okay, 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 okay. And how is Amrita?
She's fine, ma'am.
Okay.
She's just
Huh.
enjoying until college starts.
Okay, she's enjoying. I miss her a lot, you know. She's very sweet girl. I like her a lot. She was my favorite student. Very sweet. But she,
I'll ask her to contact you once, ma'am.
yeah, no issue, dear. Let her enjoy her vacation. Yeah. She used to study last moment only. Throughout the year, she didn't study. Last moment studied and did the miracle.
Even for the entrance exam, she did the same thing.
Oh my God. How she is like, person should have that much confidence. How she is taking the risk. For entrance also, she did the same thing.
She believes that everything will be done if you do it. Doesn't matter how when you start.
Oh. Okay. Let's Janani join, dear. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just a moment. Janani, good evening, dear. Yes, Janani, can you hear me? Am I audible to you? What happened? Am I audible, Manjusha?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Janani, I don't know what happened.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, just now I can hear you, dear. How are you?
Yes, ma'am. Good.
You're good. And what about studies, accounting equation? You're solving the questions from your book, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Okay. Okay, let's start our class. Any doubt, anytime, please, both of you don't hesitate. Feel free to ask the doubts and clear your doubts. Okay? No
Yes,
need to
ma'am.
hesitate and all. You can ask me freely. I will teach you 1,000 times also. You have to practice. That's your work at home. Do all the sums. Repeatedly do the same sums in accounts. Just a moment. First I will take. Today we have to do which question, Manjusha? Because last class Janani was absent. Do you remember? Question number 3, I think, because I don't remember. Which page?
Ma'am, I think question number 3 only.
Okay, yeah, that's what I am also thinking. Yeah. So take page number 4, and I hope both of you are maintaining separate tuition notebook and doing everything there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So page number 4, question number 3. Janani, always kindly check the group, dear. Okay, whatever message I am sending and reply, so that I will come to know that you have checked the message and you are update. Okay, if I am taking any extra class, anything, you can just reply. Possible, not possible. Same, if you're not able to attend class before the time, you can just send a message in group or my personal number that I am not today I won't be able to attend everything. Okay, Janani, can you hear me, Janani?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, fine, dear. So page number 4, question number 3. First transaction, started business with cash. Janani, first start. Janani and Manjusha, the format you all know, assets equal to liability plus capital, serial number, then the format. First write the format, and Janani, you are going to tell me the first transaction. You have to explain me. Unmute yourself, Janani. I think I am audible to you. Now tell me the first transaction, explain.
Yes, ma'am. I'm opening the PDF.
Okay, fine. Okay, Manjusha, you have
Yes,
written
ma'am.
that na, that format, everything you
Yes,
have written. So be ready, Manjusha. You will explain the second transaction. Okay, purchased goods for cash. First one,
yes, ma'am.
Janani will explain and start writing simultaneously once the explanation is done. Yes, Janani. Opened.
I'm not able to open the PDF.
Why, dear? What happened?
I don't know. It keeps saying not able to download.
Oh, Manjusha, it's open for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you resend it in our group, dear, if possible for you?
Yes, ma'am. I'll send it.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I sent it.
Okay, dear. Fine, fine. Okay. So, Janani, just check it, dear. If possible, try to open it and let me know whether now you are able to open or not.
I didn't receive any message in the group, ma'am.
Okay, just
It's downloading. Just 1 second.
okay, fine, 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 fine. Yeah, now I can see. Janani, can you see, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, fine.
I
Just
received.
okay, dear. Yeah. So explain it. Started business with cash
Can I start
1,20,000.
reading the third question?
Yes, dear. Yeah. Question number 3, page number 4. In your exam,
Started business.
yeah, yeah. In your exam, you're going to get this type of questions only. Whatever I'm giving in PDF, all questions are extremely important. So don't ignore these questions. Each and every question try to practice twice, thrice, unless and until you become thorough. And obviously, you have to do each and every question from your book, whatever book following, and the illustrations, everything full of practice accounts. Keep in your mind and practice accordingly throughout the year from beginning. Okay, now explain, dear Janani.
Started business with cash
Hmm.
1,20,000.
Yes, tell me how to do the sum. Like the first transaction, what will be the impact for the first transaction?
In asset, cash will be 1,20,000 and same for capital 1,20,000.
Very good. Manjusha, it is clear, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, both of you write the first transaction, solve it. After solving, Manjusha, you just unmute yourself and tell me the second. Write it
Yes,
down,
ma'am.
then tell me. Purchased goods for cash 10,000. This is the second transaction. Explain and tell the impact.
Purchase goods for cash 10,000.
Hmm?
So we have to subtract 10,000 rupees from the asset cash.
Okay, very good. Then?
Then
Yes, you are right. Whenever you are purchasing something for cash, cash will get reduced. Very good. What about the purchases means what? What is increasing in business? When you purchase goods, what is coming into the business?
that
Stock.
uh,
Stock.
so
Okay, stock means goods. When you purchase goods, what is coming? Stock, and stock is an asset for any business. Why it is asset? Because we sell the stock in the market to customers and earn profit. So by selling it, we are getting the benefit. So stock is always an asset for any business. Stock means the goods we are purchasing, okay, in which we are dealing for selling and earning profit to customers. So stock is an asset. So in asset, one more asset you have to add plus stock. What is the worth of that stock? 10,000. I hope it's clear for Janani and yes, Manjusha. Clear?
yes, ma'am.
Fine. Write it down, dear, simultaneously. So first and second, two transactions over, then the new equation will come. You have to solve this two equations. So first in the beginning, cash was 1,20,000. Then in the second transaction, what we did, we purchased goods. So 10,000 we subtracted. Now the new equation will be, what will be the cash balance now? 1,10,000 plus one more stock has been added, stock 10,000. You have to show that equals to, till now there is no liability, till the second transaction no liability, so in place of liabilities you have to write 0, plus in place of capital, capital remains the same, no adjustment in capital, so 1,20,000 capital remains untouched, so the same capital you have to write. Any doubt till here?
Hmm.
Fine. Manjusha, you have any doubt, dear, till here?
Hmm.
Okay, so write it down everything. Now we are moving to the third transaction. Rent received. Janani, tell me, dear.
Rent received
Hmm.
5,000.
Yeah.
So under cash,
Hmm.
5,000 will be added,
Very good,
and
dear.
so
Done.
yes, ma'am.
After that, what you will do, dear? Under cash, you will add 5,000. Very good. Then the other impact.
The under capital there will be 5,000
Okay. Under capital, why you are adding 5,000? Can you tell?
because when cash is added, capital also increase.
No, that is not the reason. When cash is added, capital will not increase. That is not at all the reason. Okay. Cash is added because whenever we are receiving any income, we will receive in cash. Rent received is an income for any business. So we are receiving rent in cash. That is the reason we added in cash. It is not the reason that when cash is added, capital will be also added. No. Rent received is always an income for any business, and all the incomes are added in capital. That is the reason. And if suppose rent paid is given in our question, rent paid is always expense for any business. So first you will subtract from cash, then you will subtract from capital as per the rule. All the income, all the gains of the business are always added in capital. All the losses, all the expenses of the business are always subtracted from business. This is the rule you have to follow. Understood? It's clear, Janani?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So now again you have to write the new equation. So 1,10,000 available cash. In that again we received rent, we means business 5,000. Now the available balance of cash with business is 1,15,000 plus stock remains the same. We didn't do anything with stock, so 10,000, write it as it is, equals to, so for no liability, in place of liability you can write 0, plus there is change in capital. Before it was 1,20,000. Now one income has been increased, so we have added that income, rent received 5,000. Now the capital will also increase, 1,25,000. Now the capital balance. Manjusha, it is clear, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So now we are moving to the next, salary outstanding. Now what is this salary outstanding? I have taught you already, still I am teaching you again. See, whenever the word outstanding comes with any expense, it may be rent outstanding, it may be interest outstanding, it may be salary outstanding, or any expense outstanding, means already the expenses have been have become due, means business has received the services. Now business needs to make the payment of these expenses, but business didn't make the payment. This is the meaning of outstanding. So I'm telling you, suppose the question is salary paid, then what you will do? Simply you will subtract from cash, you will subtract from capital. Why you are subtracting from cash? Because salary paid means cash is going outside the business, cash will reduce, so you will subtract. Why you are subtracting from capital? Because it is expenses of the business, and the rule is all the expenses losses we have to subtract from capital. Simple. But when it is salary outstanding, means salary is an expense which has been due, which has become due, means the expenses have taken place. The employees of the business worked for the business. Business needs to make the payment of salary, but business didn't make. So that is why the salary has become outstanding. In future, business will make the payment. So since it is an expense and the expense has like already happened in our business, so no doubt from capital you have to subtract salary, because the rule is whether expenses are paid by the business or not paid by the business. Once the expense happens in the business, kindly write it down whatever I am saying. All these are extremely important points, dear Janani and Manjusha. So whatever you are listening, all these points, just fastly write it down as important note. So what I told, whether the expenses paid by cash or not, once the expenses happened or incurred in our business, we have to subtract from capital. Write it down. It is not that salary is an expense but we didn't pay, so we will not subtract. No, we received the services from employee but we didn't make the payment. We have to make in future. That is only salary outstanding. Expenses already have taken place but we didn't make the payment. Once expenses incurred or taken place, you have to subtract from capital. That is the reason we are subtracting this 2,000 from capital. But we didn't make any payment of cash, so cash will not reduce. Once you make the payment, then only you can subtract from cash. Cash is still with the business. We are not paying 2,000 rupees to our employees. It is outstanding. We have to pay in future. So all the outstanding expenses are liabilities for the business. Kindly write it down. Don't just listen. Write it down, dear. So what I said, all the expenses, outstanding expenses, are liabilities for the business, because in future business will pay these expenses. That is the reason. It may be outstanding salary, outstanding rent, outstanding interest. When the word outstanding comes with any expense, it becomes liability for the business. Write it down, please. Now what will be the treatment? If it's a liability. Very easy. In liability column, what you will write? Outstanding salary. Below the liability, one liability has been created now. So outstanding salary you have to write below the liability, and then in in the right way of that equation you will be writing 2000. Any doubt on this particular transaction, Manjusha, Janani? Any doubt you are having? Fine. Now just solve it. How to solve it? See, 1,15,000 cash. The cash remains the same. We didn't touch the cash. Write it down. New equation as it is 1,15,000 cash. And the stock 10,000. That goods purchase, that is also same. Write it down as it is. Equals to, now one new liability has been created, outstanding salary in our business. So you have to show the liability, right? 2,000. Then plus like what you are going to do, capital was 1,25,000. Out of that the salary expense we subtracted 2,000. Now the capital balance will be 1,23,000. So new equation will be 1,15,000 cash balance plus stock 10,000 equal to one liability, that is outstanding salary 2,000 plus capital balance 1,23,000. I hope it's clear to both of you. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. What about Janani?
Yes, ma'am, I understood. But only one doubt.
Yes, dear.
Outstanding salaries would be in credit, right?
Outstanding salary. You are asking about journal entry? No, what?
No, in this one, no.
What I couldn't understand, dear. What you said? Outstanding salary?
Outstanding salaries are credit, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Of course, credit, dear. Yes, credit. In future, we have to make the payment of this salary to our employees. Business will make the payment of salary. Yes, it's a credit only. Liability means always credit, which the payments which we have to make in future to the outsiders, that is only liability. Okay, liability means what? You have to make the payment in future to outsiders. So salary to employees, we have to make the payment. Clear?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Yeah. We will be moving to next. Sold goods for cash. Very important transaction. Write it down as IMP. Important. Please kindly write it down and solve. This comes in your exam. Costing rupees 5,000 for 7,000. You have to understand. See, sold goods for cash. Now in this transaction, what already first we purchased goods for cash 10,000. So in our business we are having the goods or stock, you can say 10,000. Now if you sell that at profit to customer, then only you will earn income. Now you have to sell the goods for profit. So now what the business is saying, costing rupees 5,000 in bracket means we purchased the goods for 10,000, that is the cost price. You all know, suppose I am selling pen. I purchased a pen for 5 rupees. If I sell 5 rupees pen to my customer for 5 rupees, what is the use? I am not earning any profit. So if I am doing any business, I will purchase the goods. Suppose I am purchasing the goods, as I told you, pen for 5 rupees. I should sell the pen for 7 rupees, 8 rupees. Then only I will get 2-3 rupees profit for one pen. This is only business. So I will purchase for one price, and more than that price if I sell to my customer, then I am earning profit. The same thing here also they are saying. Sold goods for cash in bracket costing 5,000 means already we purchased stock or goods for 10,000. Out of the 10,000 goods available in our business is selling 5,000. This is the cost price of the goods. Now 5,000 goods, for how much business is selling? 7,000. Okay, are you understanding the question? Yes, Manjusha and Janani?
Yes, ma'am.
Extremely important
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
Yeah, write it down as IMP. In your exam, you will get this transaction. So write IMP, important. While doing, focus on this, try to understand. Now, so what will be the treatment? Okay, now you understood the question. Very, very easy. Just think logically. Accounts is full of logic. You have to think logically. You think yourself as a business person. Now, you are going to sell goods which you are having in your business costing 5,000 for 7,000. So what you will do in accounting equation, what the impact will be? Already we are having goods 10,000. So first the goods will get reduced. When you are selling the goods, goods will get reduced. You have to subtract the goods in cost price. Always remember, whatever goods you have purchased and now you are going to sell goods, then you have to subtract that at cost price. So cost price is given in our question 5,000. 10,000 goods you are having, but you are not selling entire 10,000. Out of the 10,000 worth, you are selling 5,000. So what the first thing you will do? Sorry, you have to subtract 5,000 from this 10,000. So subtract it, just below the 10,000 stock, you have to subtract 5,000. The first impact. Now, what will be the other impact? Other two impact. Actually, whenever this type of transaction comes, you can write it down as important note. First, this is very important and you will have three impact in this particular transaction. First impact, I hope understood. Yes, any doubt in the first impact? Why we are reducing 5,000 out of this 10,000?
No,
Okay. The second impact, when you are selling the goods, what you will get? If I am selling goods to my customer, I am doing a business, customer will pay me the cash and take the goods. So cash is coming inside the business. How much cash is coming? 7,000. 5,000 goods, as I told you, I will sell to my customer for more than 5,000, not for 5,000. So I am selling 5,000 goods for 7,000 rupees. So how much cash I will get from my customer? 7,000. Customer will pay me 7,000 rupees. That 7,000 will increase my cash balance. So in cash you have to add 7,000. I told you three impact, two impacts over. One more impact is there. What I taught you, what is the rule for this capital? Whenever any profit, any income, any gain comes in the business, we have to add in capital. So here we are earning profit. How you are earning profit? 5,000 goods, cost price 5,000, you are selling for 7,000, means 2,000 profit you are earning. That 2,000 profit you have to add in your capital. So in capital 2,000 you will, what you will do? You have to add. Any doubt in this particular transaction? Yes? Yes, dear?
ma'am.
Okay. What about Janani?
No, ma'am, I'm clear.
Okay, it's extremely important, dear. It is going to come in your exam, so please be careful and do it. You can write the important notes. You can write important and write three impact, because normally we are doing the questions all are having two impact. This transaction alone has three impact. Now we are moving to the new equation. Now you have to calculate the new equation. Cash, available cash was 1,15,000. In that we sold the goods for 7,000. So 7,000 cash you have to add. When you add 7,000 in 1,15,000, you will get new equation cash balance 1,22,000. Plus stock, available stock was 10,000 in business. Out of that, cost price 5,000 stock we are selling. So stock will reduce by 5,000. So now the stock balance will be 5,000, equals to that outstanding salary remains the same because we didn't make any payment. Question doesn't tell. So the same liability you have to write. Now still the liability is there. 2,000 you can write it down. Then what you will do? Now come to capital. Capital is 1,23,000. And now this, sorry, I'm sorry. Actually, this 1,23,000, that rent received income we added 2,000. So now the available capital is 1,25,000. In this, what you are going to do? You are going, no, after like just a moment dear, the last transaction was how much? It in capital balance it was 1,23,000. In that we are going to add the profit. In this particular transaction 2,000 profit was there. 7,000 goods, 5,000 goods we sold for 7,000. So 2,000 profit we earned. That profit we are going to add in our capital. So when you add, the capital becomes 1,25,000. Liability remains 2,000 and stock remains 5,000 and cash increases to 1,22,000. Any doubt in this particular transaction, dear? The new equation?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now we are moving to next. That is the last transaction of this question. So goods destroyed by fire. What is the meaning of this particular transaction? Goods destroyed by fire. In our go down we have some goods. What happened? That goods uncertainly what happened due to something, all the goods destroyed due to fire. That is the loss for the business. Whenever goods are destroyed, it is loss for the business. Business needs to bear that loss. For how much? 500 rupees. So all the expenses, all the losses we have to subtract from the capital. That is the rule. So from capital just you have to subtract 500 rupees, which is the loss. Now try to understand, goods are destroyed and what is the cost price of the goods we are having before this? 5,000 goods were there in our go down, and out of that 5,000, 500 goods destroyed by fire. So goods will reduce worth 500 rupees. You have to subtract from stock. When I am telling goods means I am telling about the stock only. Stock are known as goods in accounts. Both are same only, and it is purchased for reselling purpose to customer. So now now what I will do, 5,000 is the available stock, out of which this 500 destroyed due to fire. You have to subtract this 500. Now what will be the new equation? Cash remains the same, 1,22,000, but stock gets reduced 4,500. Liability 2,000 remains the same. Capital also reduces, 1,25,000 previously. Now we subtracted 500. So now available capital balance is 1,24,500. Any doubt till here? Okay. Janani, what about you, dear? You are having any doubt till here in this question?
No, ma'am, I understand.
Very good. And I hope both of you have finished this question in your notebook. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we are moving to page number 5. In this question, you have to solve like this and you have to prepare a balance sheet. I will explain what is that balance sheet and all, very easy. First, we will do the question. So, what is the question? Start doing, like you have to put the format. Be ready with the format. Started business with cash, 60,000. Now the business has been started with cash, 60,000, and you know first transaction very easy. Cash will be increased by 60,000, capital will also be increased by 60,000. So first transaction, one asset is increasing, cash 60,000, and capital is also coming 60,000. That's it. Simple transaction which you all know. Start doing, dear. Don't wait for anything. Do the format. Start solving the question. First question, solve it. First transaction, I mean. Now the second. Paid rent in advance. Again, this needs explanation. Paid rent. Till here, what you understand? Rent is an expense. Business is paying rent. Fine. But in advance word is included. In advance means, suppose we are taking a room for running our business for rent, and the landlord is asking rent in advance. For example, I am entering the room in 1st of June and landlord is asking for making payment of 2 months rent. Landlord is saying June 1st itself you have to make the payment for June and July. 2 months rent you have to pay me in advance. I didn't receive any service means I am not using the room yet. I have just entered. I have 2 months which I will use. Because I paid them in advance, so I am going to receive the benefit for the upcoming 2 months. Already I paid, but I didn't receive any services. I didn't use the room. So I am going to use the room for these 2 months and this benefit I will receive. So whenever write it down, kindly write it down as important note. Whenever any expenses are paid in advance, it is asset for the business. What I am telling, write it down. Whenever business pays any expense in advance, it is always asset for the business. And what is the other name for paid rent in advance? Prepaid expenses. Write it down. The accounting term for any expenses paid in advance is prepaid expenses. You can say prepaid rent, prepaid interest, like this. Prepaid means without receiving any service, we are making payment of a particular expense, which is an asset. So prepaid expenses are asset for our business. Write it down, dear. I hope you are writing this as important points. Wrote Janani and Manjusha?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Now come back to our question. So now we are going to learn the treatment. This is the concept I taught you. Now in accounting equation, what you have to do whenever any expenses are paid in advance, what I told, it is our asset. So one asset is added, one new asset is created, or you can say added. So what is the name of that asset? You have to write prepaid rent. Name of that asset is prepaid, P-R-E-P-A-I-D, prepaid R-E-N-T, rent. Cash plus prepaid rent. So second serial number, what you will do? You will add one asset, prepaid rent, plus 500. And since you paid the rent, so cash will reduce. Rent, you are making the payment for rent, na? So cash will reduce. So minus 500 from cash. Cash is going to reduce. Why? We are making the payment of rent and we are making the payment in advance. That is why it is an asset. So you have to write prepaid rent in asset column. One new asset is created and you have to write 500. Now what I told you, making payment of anything is an expense and you should always subtract that expense from capital. I taught you, this is the rule. Suppose salary paid, whether it is paid in cash or not, you have to subtract from capital. I told you to write also. Now prepaid rent you cannot subtract from capital. There is a concept. Why? Again, you please kindly both of you write it down. See, you have to understand, okay? Like whatever expenses we whatever expenses we incur during the year. During the year means I told you the financial year of every business is from 1st April to 31st March. Okay, suppose April month, April, May, June, July, 31st March, like that rent is being paid during the year. Okay, then it is expenses related to the current year, we have to subtract from capital. When they are saying like rent paid in advance means they are not talking about current year, they are talking about the next year. Like what I told you, from 1st April to 31st March, whatever expenses, whatever income, you have to add or subtract from capital because that relates to the current year in which we are dealing. If any expense or any income relates to the next year, like in our question, prepaid rent means it is related to the next year. it is not related to this year, then what you will do? You have to what? You cannot subtract from capital. Okay, this year you cannot subtract. Next year only you will subtract from capital because it is expenses of the next year. Only expense of the current year, income of the current year you have to show in capital. Expense of next year, income of next year you have to show in the next year, not in the current year. Are you getting my point? Yes, Manjusha, Janani, are you understanding?
Ma'am, can you explain one more time?
Yeah, sure, I will explain. Okay, I will give you one example. Okay, now Manjusha and Janani, both of you are coming for tuition, and you are like I am teaching you for class 11th. After every month your parents will pay me the tuition fees. Suppose I am asking for +2. Like suppose I tell that both of you, if you like my teaching, I hope you will continue in +2, and I am talking with your parents. +2 tuition fees also I want in class 11th. Okay, try to understand the concept. Suppose this is just an example. Suppose your parents also say, okay, fine, yes, we want our child to like take tuition from you for 12th, so we will be paying 12th entire 1 year fees. In 11th itself I am asking and parents are paying. So just you tell me, Manjusha, whether 12th fees is income for me for this year or it is income for the next year. Just imagine, logically think and tell me.
Ma'am, it's the income for next year.
Excellent. That's what happening with business. So whatever I am getting in 11th, your fees, that is income for me for this year. But if I am asking 12th fees also along with 11th fees is income for me this current year, because current year I am doing the work and whatever I am doing I am receiving. But next year, when I will enter into the next year, then only it becomes income for me when I will render the service. When I will teach you in class 12, then that becomes income for me for the next year. But I am receiving in advance, it means it is not income for this year. The same is happening here. When I am paying rent for, suppose from 1st April to 31st March, as I told you, financial year of the business. For next, suppose April 2026 starts financial year and March 2027 31st March ends. During this year, whatever expenses I am making, that will be subtracted from my capital because that expense relates to the current year. Suppose I am making payment of rent for the next suppose April, which is the next financial year, so that expense relates to that year. When I will enter in that year, then I will show that as my expense, not this year. Now you are getting my point, Manjusha?
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
it's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
This is what we don't subtract any what prepaid expenses from capital. So you can write it down in short. All the prepaid expenses of the business are never subtracted from capital. Kindly write it down, and reason I explained you. Janani, it is clear to you? Janani, can you hear me, dear? It's clear?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay, fine. So you please kindly write it down. The important note, all the prepaid expenses relates to the next year, so we don't subtract from capital. And the treatment I taught you, from cash you have to subtract and one asset is created, prepaid rent. That's all for this. Now we will move to next, that is the new equation. Once the two equations you wrote, then the third new equation will come. Available cash was 60,000 with the business. Out of that 500 we paid the rent in advance. So subtract 500. Now available cash balance with the business is, after second transaction, how much? 59,500. This is the available cash balance now with business after the two transactions. Plus one more asset is created, prepaid rent 500. equals to, so for no liability till second transaction, so below liability you can just write a 0 plus capital, also there is no impact on capital, capital remains unchanged, so 60,000 you can write it down. Any doubt so far anyone is having?
No, ma'am.
Fine. Okay, now we are moving to next transaction, that is third transaction. Purchased goods for cash 30,000 and credit rupees 20,000. Try to understand, whenever and word comes and two transactions they mix together and give, you have to slowly understand one by one and do the solution. Don't get panic because it's very easy. I will teach you. See, purchased goods for cash, what you will do, goods means stock. Stock is coming in the business when you purchasing, when you are doing the purchase. So, and for cash they are saying you are paying the cash 30,000 and you are getting goods. So what will be the impact? Cash will be reduced by 30,000. So first do it. Reduce minus 30,000. Subtract from your cash balance. Then goods is coming. Goods is coming means stock will be increased by 30,000. Right? You have to increase one more asset. One more asset, stock. But don't write 30,000 because how much stock you are purchasing? You are paying cash 30,000 and 20,000 credit means you will say to the like to from whom you are purchasing the goods, you will tell to your creditor that afterwards I will make the payment for this 20,000 goods. I am having only 30,000 rupees but I want goods for 50,000 rupees. I want stock to be purchased for 50,000 but I am having only 30,000 cash. I will pay you 30,000, rest of 20,000 I will pay you later, but give me 50,000. For example, suppose we are going to our nearby shop. Your parents told you just purchase suppose 1 kg sugar, suppose they told you, and they gave you for example 50 rupees, just for example. You are going to the nearby shop, you are asking the shopkeeper, he says 1 kilo sugar cost 70 rupees, for example. So what you will say, I have only 50 rupees now, remaining 20 rupees I will pay you tomorrow. So you are purchasing the entire goods. It's not you are having less cash, so you are purchasing sugar for only 50. No, you are purchasing for 1 kg, but you are paying cash only 50 rupees. And next, so there one liability created. Next day you have to pay 20 rupees to the shopkeeper. It's a liability, burden on your head. You will inform your parents, they will pay you. So this is like this business, what the business does, business is purchasing goods for 50,000 but business is paying 30,000 in cash, 20,000 one liability created, business will pay later. Concept is clear? Manjusha and Janani, have you understood the concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now the treatment. Now what? How you will deal with this? So stock you have to increase by 50. Again, write it down as IMP. Important transaction comes in your exam. Write it down IMP and practice this nicely. So now what will be the impact? Stock, from how much you will increase the stock? You have to increase the stock by 50,000 because you are purchasing stock for 50,000. So increase the stock by 50,000. Stock is an asset. So under asset you have to add stock. Now three assets are available in the business. Cash plus prepaid rent plus stock. Below stock you have to write 50,000. The first impact. Now what about the other impacts? See, cash you have to subtract from 30,000 because you are making payment of cash 30,000 to the shopkeeper. So subtract 30,000 from your cash. Then what about this 20,000 credit? Now you have to make the payment of this 20,000 rupees later on. And what I said, whenever you are making payment later on to any outsider, it's a liability. So one liability is created. What is the name of that liability in our accounts? Creditor. Creditor is a person from whom business purchases the goods on credit and makes the payment later on. Who is creditor? He is a person who gives the goods on credit to the business, takes the payment later on. So now it's a liability. Business needs to make payment of this 20,000 to the creditor in future. So what you will do, in the liability side, you have to write below liability creditor. One new liability is created, and below creditor you have to write 20,000. Any doubt dear till here? Anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now new equation. New equation, how you will do? Available cash balance was 59,500, the last cash balance after two transaction. From that 30,000 now we paid, so subtract 30,000. After that what you will get? 29,500. Then plus prepaid rent remains the same, nothing to do with that. Write as it is, 500. Plus one more asset created, stock. How much? 50,000. Cash 30,000, credit 20. Overall purchases 50,000. Stock increased by 50,000. Now equals to one new liability also created by the business, creditor 20,000, and the capital remains the same. We have nothing to do with the capital till here, so you can write as it is, plus 60,000. I hope you are writing till here. You wrote?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about Janani?
Yes, ma'am, I'm writing.
Okay, very good dear. Okay, now the next. Paid salary rupees 500 and outstanding salary rupees 100. So try to understand, whenever this and word comes, means it is the combination of two transactions. No need to worry, very easy. Like the previous one, you have to understand each transaction and do it accordingly. So first one, paid salary. Paid salary, you all know, it is simple expense which the business is making. Whenever any expenses are paid by the business, what you will do? You have to just subtract from your cash and subtract from your capital. So paid salary, how much amount is given? 500 rupees. Subtract from cash 500, subtract from capital 500. First transaction done. Never worry, never be tensed. Very easy.
Ma'am.
Yes, Manjusha, tell me.
Ma'am, I think we did not do the fourth one.
Fourth. Okay, sorry dear, sorry. Thanks for reminding me. I didn't see. Thanks dear Manjusha. Okay. Now fourth, yeah, I skipped. Okay, sorry. Sold goods for cash rupees 30,000, costing rupees 20,000. So again the same concept, goods available with business for how much? The cost price of the goods 20,000. Now the business is selling 20,000 cost price goods for 30,000 to customer. As I told you, whenever this transaction come, three impact it has. First, what you will do? First, think how much cash is coming. Whenever you are selling goods for cash to customer, customer will pay you the cash 30,000. So in cash you have to add 30,000. Now what about the stock? Stock is reducing for 20,000 because 20,000 cost price goods you are selling to customer. So stock, how much available stock was there with our business? 50,000. From there you have to subtract 20,000 stock. That is the cost price. And what is the third impact on this? 30,000, like 20,000 cost price goods you are selling to customer for 30,000. So business is earning 10,000 profit, which you have to add in capital. In capital 10,000 you will add. It's clear to you? Manjusha, Janani, it is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Janani, it's clear dear?
Yes, ma'am, I understood.
Okay. Now again the new equation. New equation, available cash 29,500. In that you have added 30,000 cash. So now the new equation becomes 59,500. Plus that prepaid rent remains the same. So bring it down as it is 500 plus 50,000 stock was there. Out of that 20,000 cost price stock we sold. So stock reduced. Now the new equation becomes 30,000. Now the stock available with the business is 30,000. This is the meaning of these. Equals to liability 20,000 with business plus capital 70,000. Already 60,000 capital was there. We earned profit 10,000. We have to add in our capital. So now the capital has become 70,000. Now the next transaction, paid salary 500 and outstanding salary 100. Now paid salary simple. Subtract from cash 500 rupees, subtract from capital 500 rupees. Since it is an expense, so cash and capital from both you have to subtract. Now what about the outstanding salary? Whenever the outstanding word comes, you have to understand. You cannot reduce from cash because you didn't make any payment. It's a liability. It's an expense and it's a liability. So when it is an expense, you have to subtract from your capital. How much? Outstanding salary 100. 100 just subtract from capital. And one liability is created. So you have to write under liability plus, already one liability was there, creditor. There you can add plus outstanding salary. One new liability created. In future, you have to make the payment of this 100 rupees salary to the employees. So plus 100. Any doubt in this? Okay. Now you have to solve. The new equation will come. So available cash was 50,500. From there, what we did? We paid the salary 500 rupees. After that, the cash balance comes 59,000. Plus prepaid rent remains the same 500 asset. Plus the stock remains the same 30,000 equals to creditor 20,000 plus what? Plus this 100 rupees, one new liability created, outstanding salary, then plus capital balance how much? 70,000 minus 500 minus 100 means 70,000 minus 600. So 69,400. It is the capital balance. So for now, till here any doubt anyone is having? Janani, Manjusha?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You wrote till here all the transactions? You wrote it?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Now next. The last transaction, sixth. Bought motorcycle for personal use. So motorcycle for personal use means drawings. Whenever owner of the business, that is proprietor of the business, takes something from business for personal use, not for business purpose, then it is known as drawings. It is an accounting term. Drawing means you can just write it down. Drawing means whenever cash or goods taken by the owner or proprietor of the business for personal use, it is known as drawings. Write it down. Now what you have to do here? Always remember, drawing reduces the capital. Whenever drawing happens, you have to subtract from the capital. Okay, so this 5,000 you have to subtract from your capital. Then what is the other treatment? Other treatment is, suppose you are taking, you means owner of the business, suppose proprietor of the business is taking cash for personal use, you have to subtract from cash. Sometime what happens, owner of the business, he takes the goods. Okay, he just takes the goods for personal use. Then from stock you have to subtract. In this question, bought means purchase. What is the meaning of BOUGHT? Bought, purchased. Motorcycle for personal use means he would have paid the cash 5,000 from business cash only. So this business cash will reduce. You have to subtract this 5,000 from cash. Since it is a drawing, it will reduce the capital. So So from capital you have to subtract 5,000. Write it down as important note. Kindly write it down. I will check the notes. You have to send me the notes. I will see whether all the important points were writing or no. So kindly write it down. It will benefit you only. So drawings means it reduces the capital. That is the reason you subtracted from capital, and simultaneously cash of the business is also reduced. Understood this transaction?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you did the accounting treatment. Now do the new equation. What the final equation? It's not new. No more new. Because after this, no transactions are there. Sixth is the last transaction. So now you will write final equation. This is the final equation. So 59,000 was the available cash. From there, cash you subtracted 5,000. Now the final equation of cash 54,000. Prepaid expense remains the same 500. Stock remains the same 30,000. Right as it is. Now creditor 20,000 in liability side plus outstanding salary 100. All these remains the same. Plus there is a change in capital because you have to subtract drawing from our capital. So 69,400 was the capital. From there you subtracted 5,000 drawings. Now the capital balance is 64,400. Any doubt till here, dear? Any doubt you are having?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What about Janani?
No, ma'am, I understand.
Okay. Now if you have written all these, you finish this question, kindly prepare this balance sheet format. This is the format. You write balance sheet, then write liabilities, then write rupees, then write assets, then write rupees. In this way you have to prepare the format, balance sheet format. Now in balance sheet what you are going to write, here always liability comes this side, that is the left hand side, and assets comes on the right hand side. Now the final equation whatever you wrote, that amount you have to just cut, copy and paste here in balance sheet. Nothing else you have to do. So liability, you can see the liability plus capital, that side, that final equation. Creditors, what is the amount? 20,000. So in liability you just write creditors, write the amount column 20,000. Manjusha, are you understanding, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. In the same way that outstanding salary in the liability side, in here also just write outstanding salary 100. That final equation amount you have to write. Then capital 64,400, just cut, copy, paste, write it down as it is. Now come to the asset side. That also final equation balance you will be writing. Cash how much? 54,000. Prepaid rent how much? 500. Stock how much? 30,000. Write as it is. Then what you will find, that if you do the totaling part, totaling means you have to add asset side, all the amount you should add, like cash 54 plus prepaid 500 plus stock 30. When you add all these, you will get 84,500. Then in the same way, liability side also all the amount you have to add. Creditors 20,000 plus outstanding salary 100 plus capital 64,400. You will get the same amount both the sides, 84,500, 84,500. After writing, you have to put double underline. You can see the format in my PDF. Double underline below that amount column you have to put. It's clear or having any doubt? Janani, Manjusha?
Ma'am, why is capital a liability?
Why capital and liability? No, what you asked, Manjusha? Why it's?
Ma'am, why did we write capital under liabilities?
Under liabilities, why you write? Okay, you are asking in that way. See, capital is also a liability for the business, because business thinks that owner, who is the owner who has invested capital, business needs to pay him that capital which was invested by him once, whenever the business comes to an end. So business thinks that I am a different individual, owner is a different person. I have taken capital as liability. I will pay him whenever the business comes to an end. That is the concept in our accounts. That's the reason under liability this capital we show. Now it's clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's all for today, dear. Practice. Send me the notes immediately. Practice at home these 2-3 questions, whatever I taught you. Keep on practicing every day. Yes, Janani, you have any doubt?
No, ma'am, I understand.
Okay. So send me the notes. Thank you. Good night. Thank you, dear.
Bye, ma'am. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you, dear. Bye.